On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Menstrual.
Of or relating to the time when a woman menstruates, equals to discharge the blood from the uterus each month.
Examples:
A menstrual period. Menstrual blood. The average length of a woman's menstrual cycle is 21 to 35 days.
Inevitable.
Certain to happen and unavoidable.
Examples:
Inevitable changes of the seasons. Inevitable result. In times of recession, an increase in unemployment is inevitable.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc., of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Irrational.
Not based on, or not using reason or clear thinking, mathematics, a real number that cannot be expressed as the ratio of two integers.
Examples:
An irrational request. Irrational numbers. They continued to endure irrational treatment by the dictatorship.
Irritable.
Easily or frequently agitated, annoyed, or angered, prone to becoming tense or angry in response to minor stimuli or events.
Examples:
Irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable mood. Lack of sleep can make me irritable and easily annoyed.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Fluctuation.
A change, or the process of changing, that frequently happens, especially from one extreme to another, the quality of being unsteady and subject to changes.
Examples:
Price fluctuations. Fluctuation of water level. Temperature fluctuations are often milder in oceanfront areas.
Reproductive.
Connected with the process of reproduction, relating to reproducing babies, young animals, or plants.
Examples:
reproductive ability, during reproductive period. This documentary deals with the reproductive biology of the buffalo.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
extreme sports, extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Firm.
Resolute or unwavering in decision-making or action, strong or secure in structure, make or composition, reliable, trustworthy, or dependable. Noun, a business or company.
Examples:
firm grip. Accounting firm. The firm deadline for submitting the project is tomorrow, so we need to work efficiently to finish on time.
Entrenched.
Established firmly and securely.
Examples:
entrenched ideas. Entrenched positions. The monarch exploited the peasants using its entrenched power.
Examine.
To study or consider a person or object attentively and thoroughly to learn something about them.
Examples:
examine the data studiously. Examine the issue. Initially, we must examine all project-related expenses.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Journal.
A newspaper or magazine specialized in a specific topic or profession.
Examples:
scientific journal. Journal articles. The physician is reading the journals related to medicine.
Calcium.
A chemical element with the symbol Ca and atomic number 20, which is an important mineral for the human body.
Examples:
calcium deficiency. Ion of calcium. The patient was prescribed a calcium supplement to help prevent osteoporosis.
Witch.
A person, typically a woman, who is believed to have magic powers and practices witchcraft.
Examples:
Witch hunt. Witch trial. Many people in the medieval period believed in witches and their ability to cast spells.
Verify.
To check that something exists or is true, or to prove that something is correct.
Examples:
Verify a document. Verify identity. We always verify all critical information independently.
Widespread.
Existing or happening in various places or among many people.
Examples:
Widespread use. Widespread fear of nuclear war. In medieval times, death punishment was widespread and socially accepted.
Consensus.
General agreement or accord in the judgment or opinion reached by a group as a whole.
Examples:
A public consensus. Consensus among scientists. The two parties have reached a consensus.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Ovulation.
The process in a woman's menstrual cycle during which an ovary releases an egg.
Examples:
Ovulation cycle. Inhibit ovulation. The woman tracked her ovulation using a fertility app on her smartphone.
Menstruate.
To have or experience the process in a woman's menstrual cycle during which blood and other materials are discharged from the uterus.
Examples:
Menstruate regularly. Failure to menstruate. The teenage girl began to menstruate last month.
Tricky.
Requiring care and skill because challenging to do or deal with.
Examples:
Tricky problem. A tricky recipe to follow. We have discussed the entirety of this tricky problem.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Vague.
Not clearly expressed or understood.
Examples:
Vague idea. Make a vague answer. The vague rumor turned out to be false.
Label.
A small piece of paper, fabric, or other material attached to an object and giving information about it. Verb, to assign to a category.
Examples:
A mailing label. Label a bag with my name. The label on the food package lists the ingredients and nutritional information.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Meaningless.
Having no meaning, direction, or purpose.
Examples:
A meaningless endeavor. Do a meaningless task. This experiment's results are meaningless because the other conditions are not identical.
Row.
An arrangement of objects or people side by side in a line. Verb, to propel a boat through the water using oars.
Examples:
Criminal on death row. A row of cherry trees. He was the leader of the demonstrators and spoke out against the war in the front row.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
disturb the peace, disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Prevalence.
The state or condition of being widespread or common, the extent or frequency of occurrence of a disease or condition in a given population at a specific time.
Examples:
prevalence rate, high prevalence of a diabetes. The prevalence of allergies has increased in recent years.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Retrospective.
Looking back on or dealing with past events or situations, particularly those that are considered important or influential. An exhibition or showing of a particular artist's work, covering an extended period of time.
Examples:
retrospective review, retrospective study. The retrospective exhibition featured some of the artist's earliest works.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Inflate.
To fill something with air or gas so that it becomes bigger and rounder.
Examples:
inflate a tire. Inflate expense reports. She inflated the balloons for the party.
Prospective.
Likely or expected to happen or become in the future, often referring to something or someone that is being considered or evaluated.
Examples:
prospective customer. Prospective candidate. The company is looking for prospective employees with strong communication skills.
Exclusive.
Not divided or shared with others.
Examples:
exclusive authority. Exclusive clubs. The condo offers exclusive access to the beach.
Problematic.
Full of difficulties, difficult to deal with or solve.
Examples:
a problematic situation. Seems to be highly problematic. Direct democracy is effective in quickly resolving problematic situations within a community.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
key component. spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Unheard.
Not heard, listened to, or noticed, not having been brought to public attention.
Examples:
An unheard story. Previously unheard of economic development. The unheard melody was beautiful and touched everyone's hearts.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Characteristic.
A typical feature or quality that can identify, tell apart, or describe something or somebody.
Examples:
Stripes characteristic of the zebra. My friend's characteristic laugh. Bananas have their characteristic taste and odor.
Questionnaire.
A form or document containing a series of questions used for surveying or gathering information from a group of people, often used in research, marketing, or social science studies.
Examples:
Fill out a questionnaire. Distribute a questionnaire. The company sent out a lengthy questionnaire to gather feedback from its customers.
Duration.
The length of time something lasts or continues.
Examples:
The duration of insurance. Short duration. The military incarcerated him for the duration of the war.
Severity.
The quality or condition of being severe, strict, or harsh.
Examples:
The severity of cold. High severity. The severity of the drought was a major concern for farmers.
Reliable.
Worthy of being relied on, trustworthy.
Examples:
Reliable access. Guarantee reliable delivery. Trains are reliable, inexpensive, and ideal for long-distance travel.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Manual.
Done by hand rather than by machine. Noun, a book of instructions, especially for operating a machine or learning a subject.
Examples:
Car with manual transmissions. Look at the manual. This machine cuts metal by manual control.
Redefine.
To change the meaning or interpretation of something. To make people think about something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Redefine customer experience. Redefine our role. The video telephony application has redefined the way we work.
Dysphoria.
A state of unease or dissatisfaction, a general sense of anxiety, discontent, or emotional discomfort.
Examples:
Social dysphoria. Abdomen dysphoria. Many individuals with gender dysphoria struggle with their identity and seek support.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Agitation.
A state of anxiety, excitement, or disturbance that is often associated with restlessness, agitation, or nervousness, the act of stirring or moving something in a rapid or erratic manner.
Examples:
Agitation levels. Political agitation. The crowd's agitation grew as the politician failed to answer their questions.
Uneasy.
Causing or feeling anxiety or discomfort.
Examples:
Have uneasy eyes. Uneasy relationship. He was uneasy about the situation and didn't know what to do.
Guideline.
A general rule or principle that provides guidance to appropriate behavior. A piece of advice or instructions that tell you how something should be done or what something should be.
Examples:
An education guideline. Guideline for clinical trial. This book will be a practical guideline when coding.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Absent.
Not present in a particular place at a particular time.
Examples:
Absent-minded. Absent without leave. He was absent from the meeting and missed all the important updates.
Mood.
The way you feel at a particular time, an angry or impatient state of mind.
Examples:
The mood in a room. In an ugly mood. His gaffe spoiled the mood of the dinner party.
Anxiety.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that is happening or might happen in the future.
Examples:
Diagnosis of anxiety disorder. Anxiety for knowledge. She waited for her daughter with anxiety.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Appetite.
A natural desire or craving for food or drink, a strong desire or liking for something.
Examples:
Appetite suppression. Loss of appetite. After a long hike, I had a huge appetite and devoured my meal in minutes.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Distress.
A feeling of great worry, sadness, pain, or discomfort.
Examples:
A signal of distress. Emotional distress. She's been in great distress since she was heartbroken.
Disturbance.
Something that interrupts a settled and peaceful condition or that makes someone feel nervous or worried.
Examples:
A nervous disturbance. A disturbance caused by a terrorist. This building construction causes serious disturbance to residents.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Exacerbate.
To make a situation, problem, or feeling worse.
Examples:
exacerbate the situation. Exacerbate symptoms. The heat wave exacerbated the drought conditions.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Criteria.
Plural of criterion, standards, or conditions by which something may be judged or decided.
Examples:
criteria for action. Consistency criteria. He didn't meet all the criteria, but he was hired anyway.
Variable.
Likely to change or very often, noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples:
a variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Occasion.
A time or event that is suitable or appropriate for something to happen or be done, a particular event or circumstance that requires or allows for something to be done.
Examples:
a glad occasion. As occasion demands. She wore her best dress for the special occasion.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Trickle.
To flow or drip slowly and in small amounts, to happen or occur gradually or in small quantities.
Examples:
trickle down my cheek. Trickle from his eyes. Water was beginning to trickle into the basement after the heavy rain.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
the myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Persist.
To continue to do and refuse to stop something despite difficulties or opposition, even if it appears unreasonable.
Examples:
Persist over time. Persist in success. Consult your doctor if the symptoms persist.
Onslaught.
A fierce or violent attack, a sudden and intense outburst of something, usually negative.
Examples:
Onslaught of criticism. Urban onslaught. The village was unprepared for the sudden onslaught of the enemy army.
Convincing.
Able to make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
A convincing victory. Convincing biochemical explanation. I found her assertion pretty convincing.
Erroneous.
Containing errors, mistaken or incorrect, based on faulty reasoning or information.
Examples:
Erroneous information. Erroneous decision. The report contained several erroneous statements that needed to be corrected.
Correlation.
A statistical relationship between two variables in which one variable is affected by the other. A reciprocal relation between two or more facts, numbers, etc.
Examples:
Ecological correlation. Correlation coefficient. There is a strong correlation between education level and income.
Persistent.
Continuing firmly or obstinately in the course of action, despite difficulty or opposition, lasting or enduring without fading or being lost over time.
Examples:
Persistent cough. Persistent data. Despite the setbacks, he remained persistent in his pursuit of his dreams.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Feminine.
Relating to women, having the features or appearance often associated with women.
Examples:
Add a feminine touch. The sacred feminine. For a classically feminine style, the dress mixes sophisticated lines with an appealing floral design.
Feminist.
Describing a belief in and advocacy for achieving gender equality in social, political, and economic spheres. Advocating for the rights and empowerment of women. Noun, a person who believes in and advocates for gender equality between men and women.
Examples:
Feminist movement. Feminist perspective. The feminist ideals of inclusivity and diversity are important in creating a more just and equal world.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Satisfaction.
A pleasant feeling you have when you have fulfilled a desire, need, or expectation or have achieved something.
Examples:
A sense of satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. The mediated settlement brought satisfaction to both sides.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Complain.
To say dissatisfaction or annoyance about something or somebody.
Examples:
Complain about a job. Call and complain frequently. Our users are often complaining about the slow application.
Irritate.
To annoy, provoke, or cause resentment or anger in someone. To inflame or make sore.
Examples:
Irritate skin. Irritate my partner. The sound of his chewing loudly irritates me during dinner.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Attribute.
To say or regard that something is the result of a particular thing. Noun, a quality or feature that someone or something possesses.
Examples:
Attribute the change to their marriage. Attribute directly to sales. He attributes the disappointing results to the economic downturn.
Absolve.
Especially in religion or law, to declare someone free from guilt, punishment, or responsible for something.
Examples:
Absolve you from this responsibility. Absolve a person of a sin. The lender offered to absolve him of $500 in debt on condition of work.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Criticism.
The act of analyzing, evaluating, or judging something, especially literary or artistic work, to find fault with it or to offer suggestions for improvement, the expression of disapproval or censure.
Examples:
Criticism from the public. Harsh criticism. Constructive criticism is always helpful to help improving one's work.
Invalidate.
To nullify, negate, or render ineffective, to prove something is false or unfounded.
Examples:
Invalidate contract. Invalidate passport. Submitting false information will invalidate your application.
Severely.
Very badly or seriously.
Examples:
Severely burned arm. Criticize him severely. Her company was severely affected by the bank's failure.
Profitable.
Making or likely to make material gain or profit.
Examples:
A profitable job. Profitable trade. The Prohibition Amendment made bootlegging profitable.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
Thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Cornucopia.
A symbol of abundance or plenty, typically represented by a horn-shaped container overflowing with fruit, flowers, and other riches, an abundant or plentiful supply of good things.
Examples:
Cornucopia harvest. Cornucopia of options. The farmers' markets were filled with a cornucopia of fresh produce during the fall harvest.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Workshop.
A place where people work, especially one where they do manual or practical work. A brief intensive course for a small group.
Examples:
Workshop attendee. Carpentry workshop. The artist held a workshop to teach students how to paint with watercolors.
Seminar.
A group meeting or class for discussion, teaching, or training on a particular subject.
Examples:
Business seminar. Academic seminar. I'm attending a leadership seminar next week.
Reputable.
Having a good reputation or standing, trustworthy, reliable, or respected.
Examples:
Reputable company. Reputable source. I only trust certified mechanics from reputable auto shops to work on my car.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
The advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Prescribe.
Of a doctor, to advise and order the use of particular medicine or treatment for someone, especially in writing, to issue commands or orders for something.
Examples:
Prescribe a drug. Prescribe in the preceding paragraph. Federal bankruptcy laws prescribe the reorganization process.
Antidepressant.
Any of a class of drugs used to reduce feelings of sadness and worry.
Examples:
An antidepressant drug. Antidepressant effect. She's been taking antidepressants since her baby died.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples:
Vary according to the age. Vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Distinct.
Noticeable from something else of a similar type.
Examples:
Distinct difference. Distinct from each other. It is essential to keep these two issues distinct.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Deem.
To consider or decide something in a particular way.
Examples:
Deem socially responsible. Deem wrong or inappropriate. Regarding earthquakes, some commercial buildings were deemed unsafe.
Perpetuate.
To make something continue or prevail for a long time.
Examples:
Perpetuate a myth. Perpetuate chronic pain. That work perpetuates his fame.
Substantial.
Fairly large in size, value, or importance.
Examples:
A substantial amount of capital. Have a substantial meal. The pandemic was a substantial business opportunity for certain companies.
Protocol.
A set of rules or procedures for transmitting data or conducting a process or activity, especially in computer networks or scientific experiments, the initial or original version of an agreement.
Examples:
Draft a protocol. Protocol breach. The company has a strict protocol for handling sensitive information to ensure security.
Pharmaceutical.
Relating to the production and selling of the medical drugs.
Examples:
Major pharmaceutical companies. Commercial pharmaceutical products. She gave money to help set up a pharmaceutical laboratory.
Reap.
To harvest a grain crop from a field, to obtain something beneficial as a consequence of something that you have done.
Examples:
Reap the benefits. Reap crops. He reaped a significant profit from the listing of his company's stock.
Untold.
Not yet revealed or known, not having been counted or measured.
Examples:
Untold riches. An untold number of people. The untold stories of the disaster victims need to be heard to understand the impact fully.
Profit.
Money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples:
Gross profit. Make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Convinced.
Completely certain about something, having a strong belief or conviction in a particular religion.
Examples:
Convinced of the idea. Convinced criminal. The public is convinced that the Prime Minister has committed fraud.
Childbearing.
The act of giving birth to or bearing a child or children, often in the context of medical or demographic research or public policy.
Examples:
Childbearing capacity. Childbearing at a later age. Many women delay childbearing until their careers are established.
Over the counter.
Often abbreviated as OTC, relating to products or medications that are available for purchase without a prescription from a licensed healthcare professional. Noun, of finance, a method of trading that doesn't take place on a formal exchange.
Examples:
Over-the-counter drugs. Over-the-counter trading. I prefer to buy over-the-counter medication instead of getting a prescription.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
claim responsibility, false claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Diuretic.
A substance or medication that increases the production of urine, which helps to reduce the level of fluids in the body. Adjective, causing increased production of urine.
Examples:
Antidiuretic effect, diuretic administration. He took an oral diuretic to reduce the swelling in his legs.
Relieve.
To make something burdensome, unpleasant, or painful less severe.
Examples:
relieve his thirst, relieve stress. The medicine relieved his headache, and he felt much better.
Caffeine.
A stimulant drug that is found in coffee, tea, and other beverages, and that is used to increase alertness and improve mental and physical performance.
Examples:
caffeine intake, coffee with the caffeine removed. She experienced headaches and fatigue as symptoms of caffeine withdrawal after quitting coffee.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
argue a case, argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Magical.
Produced by or containing supernatural powers.
Examples:
magical place, magical powers. When I was a child, my mother often cast magical spells to ease my pain whenever I was injured.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples:
adolescent girl, pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Monster.
An imaginary creature that is large and has various human and animal parts, someone or something large and powerful.
Examples:
horde of monsters. Monster film. This car has a monster engine.
Revenue.
The income that a government receives from taxes or that a company earns from its business.
Examples:
tax revenue. Annual revenue. This graph indicates the city's tourism revenue over 5 years.
Lucrative.
Producing a great deal of profit, financially rewarding.
Examples:
Lucrative deal. Lucrative market. Investing in real estate can be a lucrative business if done correctly.
Adverse.
Unfavorable or harmful.
Examples:
Adverse circumstances. Adverse reaction. The adverse weather conditions forced us to cancel the outdoor event.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Medic.
A person trained to provide medical care, especially in an emergency.
Examples:
Medic unit. Military medic. The army medic arrived on the scene to provide medical assistance.
Conceptualization.
The process of forming or developing an abstract idea or concept, often through the use of language or other symbolic representations.
Examples:
Conceptualization of a problem. The conceptualization of the sculpture. The conceptualization of the project took several weeks to complete.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Excessive.
Greater than what seems necessary, normal, or desirable.
Examples:
An excessive force. Take excessive care. It would be best if you did not demand such an excessive charge.
Delivery.
The act of taking or sending something to a destination, the bringing of a baby during childbirth.
Examples:
An easy delivery. Special delivery. The delivery truck arrived with the packages.
Hysterectomy.
A surgical procedure that involves the removal of part or all of the uterus, typically performed to treat certain medical conditions such as uterine cancer or severe endometriosis.
Examples:
Hysterectomy surgery, post-hysterectomy recovery. She hesitated to undergo a hysterectomy because of the potential risks and side effects.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Stereotype.
A fixed and unvarying idea or image that people have about what someone or something is like, but which is often not true in reality and may cause hurt and offense.
Examples:
Avoid stereotype. Negative stereotypes. Changing stereotypes about LGBTQ requires considerable effort.
Competence.
The ability to do something well or efficiently, the knowledge, skill, and ability required to perform a task or job effectively.
Examples:
Competence evaluation. Proven competence. The company is looking for candidates with the necessary competence and skills.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
Tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Stride.
To walk with long steps in a particular direction, noun, an important and positive progress.
Examples:
Stride across a room. Stride down a slope. She strides confidently across the stage to accept her award.
Workforce.
All the people who work in a company, industry, country, etc.
Examples:
Skilled workforce. The workforce is on strike. Many companies outsource and hire consultants to keep their workforce flexible.
Minuscule.
Extremely small, tiny.
Examples:
Minuscule amount. Minuscule letters. This or emits minuscule quantities of radiation.
Echelon.
A level or rank in a hierarchical organization or system, a step or stage in a hierarchical structure or scale, a formation of troops, ships, aircraft, etc., arranged in a step-like order.
Examples:
Lower echelon employees. Military echelon. He quickly climbed up the corporate echelon and became the CEO within a few years.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Senator.
A member of a legislative body, especially a member of the U.S. Senate.
Examples:
Junior senator. Senator term. The hawkish senator gave a speech on the new bill in the Senate.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Upset.
Causing or marked by anxiety, uneasiness, trouble, or grief. Verb, to make someone anxious, unhappy, or angry.
Examples:
Get upset. Have an upset stomach. He was awfully upset by the news.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Societal.
Relating to society or social relationships.
Examples:
Societal norms. Societal expectations. The societal pressure to conform is strong in this community.
Racism.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people based on their membership in a particular ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Examples:
Systemic racism. Research on anti-racism. The school's lack of diversity was a clear indication of the racism present in the community.
Grind.
To reduce something to small particles or powder by crushing or rubbing it, to work hard over a long period of time.
Examples:
Grind away at my work. Grind your teeth. She had to grind the coffee beans before making a fresh cup.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Sweeping.
Extensive, broad, or far-reaching in scope or impact, characterized by a vigorous or forceful movement, often involving wide motions or gestures.
Examples.
Sweeping changes. Sweeping landscapes. The sweeping views from the mountaintop were breathtaking.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples.
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples.
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples.
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.